Hey, what's up? This is Alex Miranda with Jose's Hands.
And Michael Rivera, Dr. Michael Rivera.
All right, so we just got done with a planning meeting for a medical mission to Puerto Rico, particularly the West Coast. We have boots on the ground over there who's reported back, given us a list of meds. They've met with government officials, set up accommodations, transportation. So at this point now, we have picked a tentative date, and I say tentative because we're still working out logistics with airlines, car rental, etc. But we wanted to make this video because the need is urgent. So we're not going to wait until we confirm things. We're sending the video right now because we need to know right now who can make it from October 11th through the 15th.
That's correct. I'd like everybody to know that this is not your particular medical mission. This is a humanitarian medical effort relief mission to fill the gaps of whatever either internal government that's there and or U.S. government that's going there to help out. I'm sure that everyone has been looking at social media and the news and what's going on. From the ground, the information is worse that we're actually led to be in the midst of what they're going through. We have identified certain areas where there's medical need, the West Coast as well as the center of the island. We have 4 particular locations, of which there's physicians that are accepting us, some physicians that are there already, as well as other physicians that practice in South Florida that basically understand that island very particularly. We have a lot that are going to be involved in this. We have particularly 40 physicians and participating health care professionals and nurses that are going to be involved in this. We want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. We'll be communicating with everybody. And Alex is setting up that as we speak.
Now, who do we want on this mission? Because we know there's a lot of people that want to go, but in this initial group that we want to go out, we want to keep a hardcore group. Can you give a?
We've identified particular physicians like infectious disease specialists, cardiologists, pediatricians, internal medicine with focus on either preventative medicine, geriatric medicine, as well as the list so far looks promising with pediatric nurses, nurse practitioners, and paramedics.
What if I'm not medical at all?
First responders, firefighters, people on the first response team, because we're going to probably be assisting individuals in certain areas, remote areas, that we might have to either search and rescue them, or get vehicles to their areas to get them to the medical centers. So,
non-medical. We want maybe for them to come on another mission that we're going on, maybe later on.
We can particularly plan that on the next one as well.
Okay.
We're speaking about 2 separate teams of 5 days each. One of the reasons why we picked 5 days. If anyone out there has been in particular situations like that, it's exhausting. You usually go 12 to 16 hour days with very little sleep. And we want to make sure that safety is important, security is important, and the team is healthy and not dehydrated themselves. So please motivate your colleagues, your friends, your healthcare professionals if they have access to supplies, medicines, anything that might be crucial in an area that has been hit by Puerto Rico is going to be needed. Right now we're planning on applying for nonprofit organizations for the medicines that we need, and I think it's going to be a successful mission, but it has to be planned appropriately.
So now the money part. So we've already been on looking at various airlines that are doing round trip tickets. So here's what we know. We want to all go together. So we're going to need to coordinate this as a group. So here's what we're asking for. We're asking for $400 to be sent to Jose's hands. We are a nonprofit. Let's say the mission gets moved. Hey, your $400 obviously is documented with us. We know it's yours to be used for your particular portion of the travel arrangements of this. You will get receipts and all that good stuff. All of that is very well documented. But here's what here's what we need, because when American Airlines or JetBlue says, okay, cool, we've got space on the flight, we need everybody's full information that you would normally give when you're checking out for a ticket, right? Full name that you would see on a driver's license, date of birth, address. So we're going to ask for all of that on the button below. And we're also going to ask you to put a credit card down, and we're going to be charging $400. Jose's hands will take that into our account. And so when the airline asks us for payment, we will have the funds in an account to be able to send to them. So that's the money portion of the trip. Are we missing anything from the list?
Yes. In addition to that, I think we're going to ask Alex to include a medical mission registration form that has everybody's health information on the form, allergies, medications that they might be taking. I do recommend that every healthcare professional that's going on this has their CDC guideline recommending hepatitis B vaccination be up to date. We will provide anti-malaria medication if we feel that we are exposed to a lot of mosquitoes in certain areas. So you can go on the website. We'll probably attach that on the CRM. Is that correct? And also, we're also going to include a participant liability release form for everyone who is going to be part of this mission. It's just a form just to register that you are particularly understanding the risks involved in this, and not to scare anybody, but when you go to these remote areas that have gotten hit the way Puerto Rico has hit, you can expect to be affected in some way, either dehydration and or maybe some fevers or some remote, minor infections in your hands and all. So we just want to protect everybody. We're going to have complete security there. I just want to reinforce to everybody that this is not going to happen until everything is coordinated and all our T's are crossed, I's dotted, and it's complete safety for everyone is on this mission. And no additional information for you.
No, if we will be in touch by email. If you have questions, we'll leave a phone number also on an email confirmation that you're going to get. Again, we're working with very limited information. As you know, communication is not almost non-existent in certain parts of the island, but we have sent someone ahead. 5 days they've been there, and this straight from the doctors. We've gotten medication lists straight from the doctors. They've told us exactly who they need, and the need is real.
Yeah. I also want to thank Fernando Becerra and his brother for initiating the call out to everyone that has basically asked to participate in this. You'll be getting some information from Fernando or his brother on this, and just look for a meeting happening next week.
Yeah.
The meeting
What
is
did
going
we
to
say?
take place
A meeting on
October 4th.
October 4th. We would like to have a meeting. Some of you are in Miami, some of you aren't. We'll certainly film that meeting, but we're looking October 4th. Then we're looking for medicine to arrive no later than the 9th.
That's correct.
So we would need everything in Miami by the 9th. So if you were thinking of giving supplies, we'd need everything in Miami by the 9th. I'll give you an address where you can UPS mail things to directly here to this warehouse.
Okay. In addition to that, we might have a packing party on the weekend before we leave, and or an additional meeting just to coordinate any other questions and concerns that people might have, and make sure that the bags and whatever supplies that we're bringing are organized appropriately.
All right,
think that's
awesome.
Thank you.
So, thank you so much.
God bless you.
Yeah, we will be in touch.